How do I prepare and plan my blocking? Okay, here I'm going to talk about your private work as a director. This is about you sitting alone with a sharp pencil making notes on your script or floor plans about when and where you want actors to move and developing your shot list to complement this. Blocking refers to the movement of all of the action in a scene, however subtle and however small. For example, the passing of a salt shaker, where eye contact takes place, when the wine glass is refreshed, etc., etc. Some of this you may wish to plan and notate, some of it you might leave to the actors, but all of it you'll want to envisage. You'll want to block all of the action in your scenes, including humans, action vehicles, animals, planes, trains, automobiles, in fact anything in front of the lens which moves. However complex it may be, your blocking should appear effortless. It's impossible to separate the blocking of the action from the lensing of the scene. So my approach is not to block the movement of the actors, then develop a shot plan. Rather, I develop the two hand in hand as simultaneous events. You'll begin by studying the text and finding places where movement can be initiated. Things inside the scene as written that allow you to add motion and mobility. Things like changes in emotion or dynamics within the scene. Dialogue lines that trigger movement, changes in eye lines, when is eye contact required by the text and when could eye contact be broken, use of props, when do actors fetch and deliver things, adjusting props, the start and stops of actor movement, what line or reaction does the actor move on which line or action does the actor stop, when can a character's movement be arrested by that of another character. Set architecture. What various opportunities does the set provide for entrances and exits? When is movement going to be followed by the camera and for how far? What dialogue will be played on camera and which lines might be heard off camera? Notating your blocking. Well, every director has their own idiosyncratic method of notating their blocking and shot list on the page. Maybe you can just store it all in your head. But that's unlikely given the complexity of movement and camera which you'll likely want to achieve. Some scenes can be storyboarded and shot lists might not be relevant, and in other scenes you might want to do both. I'm always fascinated by the personal working methods of other directors, and whenever I've visited a film set and snuck a look at the director's working script, I've been surprised to discover that most of us do it in similar ways. Perhaps not so surprising after all. This has been a pretty shorthand snapshot of preparing your blocking and notating your scenes. I intend to cover this in a lot more detail in other lectures.